Hi guys, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday to you guys. We are back with Chit Chat Podcast and another episode. I need you guys to check in, check in, check in. This is Queendom Part 2, where you get to meet some more of the queens of the Petite USA Organization, some of my sister queens. I'm excited to have them on today. So let us know where you're checking in from. If you have questions for them, please post them in the comments, and Jada will highlight those questions as we go throughout their interview. But come in and check in with us so you can meet some of my sister queens from the Petite USA Organization. This is part 2, so I'm giving you guys an opportunity to meet some of the ladies that will be on the journey with me to nationals in July, in Chicago in July. And so we're pretty excited about that. But and that's why it's so special to me, because I'm just not sitting down with royalty because these are queens. I'm sitting down with ladies who, are business owners and entrepreneurs, and ladies who have visions, and they're on a mission to not only represent the crown and the lady behind the crown, but they have things that they're passionate about. And because they're passionate about those things, you'll hear about some of the platforms that they are introducing to people and to the organization that they're going to be working on for their reign, their entire reign. So I want you guys checking in, getting to know these ladies with me, and giving us an opportunity to show you that, there's always purpose behind a crown. Women are not just walking in royalty. They're not just putting on a crown and a sash for the title. There's work behind that crown. There's work to do behind that crown as well. And so these ladies going to showcase some of that today as we get together and chat about some of the things that they're passionate about and the things that they're preparing for as well. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my guests on today, and I'll have them give themselves a quick bio of who they are, who they're representing, and then we'll go straight into our interview because the hour go by so fast. So let us know when you are checking in, so we'll know where you're checking in from. We would love to hear from you guys today. So, Jada, you can go ahead and bring our special guest on. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
It's so good to have you guys on Chit Chat Podcast. This is a podcast platform for women that inspire, motivate, encourage, and support the everyday woman. And so I'm so glad that you guys had an opportunity to join us today. And I want to give you an opportunity to give a quick bio of who you are and who you're representing and what you're representing as well. So I'll start with you, Abigail, and then we'll go to you, Lauren.
Perfect. So hi, I'm Abigail Soares. I'm your Ms. Massachusetts Petite. I competed in the New England Petite competition, and that got me into nationals. So I'm super excited about that. This will be my second pageant ever. I'm also a video education. Thank you. I'm also a video education teacher, a dance teacher. I run a travel agency business, and I also am about to start my own nonprofit.
Nice.
I love that. I love that. We're going to have to chat about that nonprofit because I had an epiphany about my idea for a nonprofit. So we'll chat about that later.
Love it.
Okay. So Lauren.
Hi. Yes, I'm Lauren Clement. I'm your Elite Miss Tennessee Petite. At 56, I did my first pageant ever last June with my daughter and granddaughter. And it was such an amazing experience. I caught the bug. And it's really interesting. I live in the Nashville, Tennessee area, married, fur mom, dog mom, grandmother, and all the things. But at 56, I got led somewhere that was really unexpected in pageantry. And I'm so excited to be able to share my platform and what I do outside of a crown with your audience today.
Awesome. Awesome. So we're going to get started, ladies. We're going to dive right into it. So before we get started, I'm going to do a quick little kind of like icebreaker. So I'm gonna give you it's called rapid fire. So I'm gonna give you something and you decide whatever you think of first. That's what you need to answer with. So pageant glam or natural glam?
I gotta go pageant glam.
And
Hey,
why pageant glam
natural.
for you, Lauren?
I work remote.
Mm-hmm.
So my outfit of the day is typically sweats and a ponytail. So anytime I can put on some glam, I'm going to do it.
Awesome. I like that.
I'm going natural. I'm not used to pageant glam. And the other day I had photos taken and I didn't really have time to take everything off before going in and teaching. And I walked in with fake eyelashes and my kids thought I looked insane.
Oh my gosh. That's
Kids
awesome.
would tell you, they would tell you exactly how they feel too.
Very honest.
Awesome. Jada said, I say both depending on the mood. Yeah. I guess that's how it is. I'm more of the, I guess because I wear makeup every day for work. I would probably say more the natural because I always wear makeup. So if I do more natural, because when I do natural or don't wear makeup at all, people are like, well, you don't need it. Well, I don't wear it because I need it. I wear it because I like it.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, that's what people have to understand. So, all right. So the next one, favorite self-care ritual. What is your favorite self-care ritual?
The nightly removal of the makeup when I wear it and the skincare.
Okay.
That's my favorite
Skincare.
ritual is the
That's
skincare.
important. Yeah. Especially at our age, Lauren. That's
Exactly.
I would say yoga. That really gets me in the right headspace.
because you're a dance teacher, like how is yoga, like yoga, does it is it a different space for you than dance?
Yes.
Okay.
I've separated the two. I do like to incorporate like a lot of those more gentler, mindful movements in my dance teaching, but I teach the babies, so it is chaos. So
Oh,
going into yoga, I'm able to kind of like tune it all out.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, what is a song that instantly boosts your confidence?
You got one?
I've got one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Baby, I'm a Star by Prince.
Okay. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
I would say Better When I'm Dancing by Meghan Trainor. That really like gets me in the mood when I'm with my dance girls. They love that song.
Oh yeah. I probably because I do workout, so I got all kind of different music on my workout. And because I normally don't listen to rap or whatever, but Megan Thee Stallion Savage.
Oh, that's a
When I
good
hear
one.
that song, I just feel like I can just, like I'm a different person. Like me out. Like I'm a savage, like, you know. So I love when I hear that song. It just like even when I'm on the exercise machine, make me feel like I can go another 30 minutes.
Love it.
So, okay, one thing people would be surprised to know about you.
At 56, I did my first pageant.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what intrigued you to do that, Lauren? Did somebody say, "Hey, Lauren, you should try this," or
No, our oldest daughter actually signed all three of us up for a pageant. So
Oh, wow.
I get a call and she said, Mom, I did a thing. What is your thing? I signed us up to do pageants because our granddaughter was already doing them.
Oh,
And I thought, great. I looked it up and I said, do you realize this is like an interview, whatever fun fashion is? I have no clue. And beauty. And she goes, oh, no, Mom, you just have to put on a dress and be pretty. And she realized a little bit later that she should have read the fine print
oh, wow.
because it was all of those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what about you?
I've solo traveled all over the world.
Nice.
Yeah. I spent 2 months dog sitting in Australia. That was probably my favorite thing that I've done, but I do random stuff like that all the time.
Awesome. So what's some of your favorite places you've been?
I keep going back to London. I'm obsessed with London. I just got back I spent 2 weeks in Cape Verde, and that was fantastic.
Awesome.
I also did Carnival in Venice last year.
Ooh,
And
nice.
I had this ridiculous gown on a gondola.
Oh
It
my
was very fun.
God.
Yeah.
I would have loved that. See, I want to go and experience one of the carnivals overseas like that, you know?
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. I want to dress up in costume and all that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody knows me over there. So I want to just go dress up in one of the carnival costumes and walk the parade or something to do whatever.
No, exactly. People were stopping me and taking photos. They were like, "Can I take a picture of you?"
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
See, I love that. I love that. And see, and sometimes you have to do the solo trips. I'm just learning to do solo trips and I'm enjoying it. You know, my kids at first, they were just like in panic mode, like, Mom, we need to know where you are and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, they share their location with each other, but they don't share it with me. But they wanted to know where I was and where I'm going to be and all this kind of stuff. We need your hotel information, your room number, and all this kind of stuff.
They're like, "We're tracking you."
Yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, I work for Homeland Security. So if y'all need to find me, you'll be able to find me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. If your reign had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh,
That's a hard one.
It's a hard one.
I discovered a new song the other day that a girlfriend of mine sent me because she's like one of my biggest cheerleaders, I would say. And it's called Step Into Your Power. And it is a song by, let me find her name. Oh, I don't even have it here. But yeah, it's called Step Into Your Power. And she said that all of a sudden you have come into some weird something that is really you. And she goes, I feel like we're seeing you for the first time again. So it's really kind of, I would say that would be it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So, what would be yours?
Probably the Macklemore has a lot of good songs about like there's one called Good Old Days where it's like reminiscing about like all of the things that you've done in the past and like I wish someone would have told me like these will be the good old days. And I feel like now that I'm still like youngish, I'm 27.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're young.
You taking a second to be like, these are the good days. Like I need to really just like be present in the moment.
And that goes beyond 27.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I kind of was closed off for a few years in my like 40s up until like my early 50s. And I've had to rediscover that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Life always be lifing. And so we go through different seasons of our lives. And so you're going to have moments where certain things going to like be a moment where you have your aha.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we get it quicker than some and sometimes not. And sometimes later in life, we have those moments where we're like, you know, I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to live for me. You know, my peace is important. All those things, you know, are prioritized and you put that in perspective. And then you start realizing like, yeah, you know, it's got to be, I got to be selfish with me. And so doing things like solo travel and having a song that kind of pushes you to a point where you feel like, oh, I can go conquer the world, you know, forget about like, you know, cracking the ceiling. We're beyond like the universe right now.
Limitless.
Right. Right. So I think I'm a Jennifer Hudson fan. So she has a song that says, I got this. And so every time I play that song, sometimes like once a week, because I have such a busy job and a busy week sometimes. And I have to remind myself, you got this, no matter, because I keep telling myself, you just small town girl, and you work your way to where you are, you got this. And now you about to, close the door on that chapter or whatever. So finish strong. I got to, encourage myself. And sometimes you do have to do that. Encourage yourself or whatever. I always say, who motivates the motivator? Because I'm always trying to motivate everybody else. But sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Absolutely. And so, and life will bring us to that point or whatever. But we're gonna so that was our icebreaker. So we're gonna dive into our interview. So I'm gonna ask you guys who, and then you can answer at free will, whenever you have your answer. Who were you before the crown?
Do you have something?
Oh, go ahead, Abigail.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, I had a lot of big ideas. I always felt like I was kind of on the brink of something, but I didn't have a path or someone that could guide me.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to open up those opportunities to myself. Now that I have the crown, I have a platform, and I feel like everything's just falling into place. I've met so many people through this who have had ideas like that were kind of those last puzzle pieces that I needed, and I feel like I can finally see the whole picture.
Awesome. Awesome. I like that.
No, I'm feeling that same thing. It's this weird something in the air thing that has really kicked in over the past couple of weeks. And I would say before the crown, I felt like I had confidence. Truly, I felt like I was just not spinning wheels, but kind of just being here, but not fully present. And I would say after the crown, it's been a really interesting thing. It's almost like I have found myself again at 56 years old, and it's a really an amazing thing. And just like you, Abigail, I've met a ton of amazing people.
Yeah.
Right.
I have found too that people tend to listen a little more when you wear a crown, and I have been able to speak and do things that that I really and truly don't think I would have had the opportunity before putting the crown on.
No, exactly. It's opened up doors. Also, hi, Megan.
Hey, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Yeah. And I think it's a great opportunity to even doing this right here, it's preparing you. It's preparing you for nationals. So when there's that interview time or whatever, you guys are able to, get comfortable with, having impromptu questions and those kind of things. So yeah, I love it. So I'm glad that we're finding ourselves, no matter what point or stage of life we're in, that this opportunity on this journey in the Petite organization has given us the opportunity. I shared with the ladies last week, I think this pageant came at a great time for me because I was on a healing journey from a breakup. And so I was trying, so during that time, I wasn't thinking about no pageant or anything like that. But I was thinking, well, my podcast is still kind of new. It'll give me an opportunity to, put that podcast, as a platform to, people, put it on notice or whatever. And I feel like it has done more than that, because now it's beyond that to me, because I'm not distracted about, the heartbreak or anything like that. I'm on my healing journey, and I'm more focused now on the journey ahead and the things that I have to do to prepare for that. And so I think it came at a perfect time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So, but I know that we do different things for for us. So what made you say, yes, I'm going to do the Petite USA pageant? Like what inspired you? What pushed you to go ahead and say yes to the pageant?
For me, it was a couple of different things. One was the feeling I got the first time I placed my heel on that stage, and then realizing beyond that what could be done from this perspective, having a bigger platform, and just really and truly saying yes. And that was really what put me on this stage.
Awesome.
For me, it was Mrs. Utah Petite. I actually found her on TikTok, and she has gastroparesis. I also have gastroparesis. I have a paralyzed stomach. And I never thought that I could push myself to do something like this, especially someone with a chronic illness. I was like, there's no way they'd want me as their queen, but seeing how far she's gone and how much she's thriving, I actually reached out to her, and she really like coached me through my first pageant and helped me and advocated for me. And I won, and we were able to celebrate together, and now we're going to see each other at nationals. So I'm super thankful for her and her advocacy.
I love that. We was talking about that last week with the queens last week. And so it's great, especially when you can advocate for something that you're really passionate about or experiencing yourself. And that was one of the cases with one of the queens last week. And when I tell you, it was phenomenal. And so I'm glad that, you was able to reach out, and she was able to coach you through that and give you an opportunity to say yes to the Petite organization, because I think you're well on your way now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. I think we have Brenda joining us, so I'm gonna give a minute or so so we can get her in. I thought I seen her coming on. So Jada, let us know if she's ready, and we'll get her in. So we'll go to the next question while we're waiting on her. What stereotype about petite women are you here to shatter?
For me, I think it's the entire package of being petite, blonde, and from the South. There is an automatic feel or persona that you're not intelligent and you're small, and small in every way, but in your stature, I think. And, it's really nice to be able to walk on a stage and show that you're bigger than your 5'2", just from your personality and in your life.
Awesome. I always have said, big things come in small packages. So, never like underestimate the small things, because they can make loud noises, because, when we walk in rooms and when we're doing things, we're owning that room. We're claiming, we belong here, kind of thing. And I think that's what the Petite organization has created with their organization, to make petite women feel like they belong,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like some people take our petiteness as a weakness, and that we aren't like strong, mighty people. We can do all of the same things. I remember as a kid, I was like very conscious about my height, and my mom actually got me this shirt with a polar bear on it that said "small but mighty." It was like a baby polar bear cub. And polar bears became my favorite animal. I was obsessed with them. I still am. But like small but mighty became my motto, and it's been my motto ever since. And I feel like that's given me all the confidence, and I'm going into the Petite organization, especially like working with kids and having a platform for kids.
Oh yeah.
Telling them you're small, but you're mighty, you're worthy, and you're not weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how is that, since you're working with kids, how is that, being that example? Or how old are the kids that you're teaching?
Yeah, so I actually teach video education in 5th through 8th grade. So my youngest students are technically still in elementary school, but I run the middle school program. And I feel like in middle school, they're finding themselves. So it's a little awkward. They're figuring it out. But video for a lot of them is becoming their passion. It's different than a classroom teacher. I was a classroom teacher where everyone's kind of finding themselves and lost, but I feel like I'm starting to see them find their path and being able to guide them in that and really like build them up and be like, you are worthy, you're mighty, you can do whatever you put your mind to. But also I would like to point out that most of them are taller than me.
My grandson, who's 12, I'm like his height measurement now. He's like, please win back up to me. I want to see how tall I am. Am I bigger than you? And he's just gotten there.
Yep, he'll keep going.
Exactly.
Awesome. I think we have Brenda on with us. Brenda, are you there? Your camera.
I don't do a lot of Zoom stuff, so
Okay, hit your camera. If you hit your camera, we'll be able to see you.
I'm hoping I can. Wait, no, let's see.
It
Camera.
should be like the little camera picture of the camera.
Yeah, let's see. Hopefully I can figure it out. Mirror my please read these. I don't know what it wants me to do. This is so bad. I'm sorry.
It should be like at the bottom where you have your microphone. It should be like a little rectangle like thing that looks like a little camera. It's like a little square.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I hope I can join with you guys. And I was thinking this is Central Time, so I was late, correct?
Yeah, that's okay. I asked my daughter, I said, does she know it's Eastern Time? So you're okay. We're just getting started. So we're probably about 15 minutes into the questions. We did a little icebreaker. So what I'll do is I'll give you an opportunity to do your bio, and then we'll carry on with the interview questions. So that way you can catch up with us. Did we lose her?
I think we did.
Okay. Hopefully she'll come back on. She probably come back on trying to get her video. So she probably clicked herself off trying to click on the video. So, all right. So, what was the moment you realized I actually belong? Was it when you did your first pageant? What gave you that sense? I belong here. I'm okay here. I belong here.
So I have done quite a few because I need the practice. Just to be honest, I need the practice. So I've done a bunch of local pageants with my daughters, with my daughter and granddaughter. And there was one particular pageant that here in Middle Tennessee, they do a lot of fundraising pageants. They do some odd age groups. So some of the age groups are 20 and up. Some are 40 and up. Okay. Some actually will get my age group. But this one particular pageant, it was kind of funny because, of course, I'm typically the oldest, and it was 20 and up.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And there were 10 people in this pageant. The one closest to me was 16 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
And I walked in the dressing room and noticed, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is good. I got this. This is practice. This is preparing me for that national stage. And it was interesting because, hi, Brenda, because I won.
See?
And it gave me this feeling of, okay, I don't have to worry about my age. I don't have to worry about all of these things. I do belong on this stage. Awesome. And I had just the best time.
Awesome. So we're going to pause real quick. Hi, Brenda. Thank you for joining us.
My son had to come save me. He's the techie guy in the house.
Oh, good. Thank you, son. Look, we're going to give you an opportunity to give a quick bio of yourself. And we're in the interview questions, and then we'll pick you up where we are in the interview questions. How about that?
Yes, I apologize for being late. I was thinking Central because the whole Chicago thing, you guys, the last podcast, I was like, Chicago, well, that's Central.
No problem. No problem. So go ahead and give us a bio. Who is Miss Brenda, and who are you representing, Miss Brenda?
Iowa, Elite Iowa. So
all right.
First time any pageant thing. I seen this. I thought, well, I'll check it out. I'll check it out and apply and whatnot. And this came about and we got here. And then I was like, ooh, pageant thing. I'm not sure. And then I researched Elite or Miss Petite. And I was like, wow, these women are for women and for just making everybody feel like a queen. And it was all this positivity and stuff. I was like on the fence. And I was like, you know what? I'm a little scared, but I'm going to go for it because I like what you guys stand for. So that's why I was like, I'm all in. I'm excited to meet everybody. And I just thought, this is great. So that's where I'm at. Awesome. But a little nervous, but you know what? If you don't have a little fear, you just got to dive in, and great things always come from stuff that's of the unknown.
Right. And so, and this platform here gives you an opportunity to shake some of those nerves because we're just chatting as women. And Sean said, woo, Abby.
That's my boyfriend.
Hi, Sean. Thank you for joining us. I know that you're a fan of Abby, so we thank you and we welcome you. So, Miss Brenda, who were you before the crown?
Um, a little bit like just about myself.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a hairdresser by
Oh,
trade. I'm also a realtor, but I've been a hairdresser, so I make queens every day at work.
yeah,
That's the goal, have everybody leaving feeling just beautiful.
I
So,
love that.
um, a big thing about me, though, is I'm a stage 3 colorectal cancer survivor.
Oh,
So I felt like this would be a great way to kind of share my story and hopefully maybe help other people come out and speak about it, because it can be kind of a taboo thing to talk about. But um, I learned not to be embarrassed, and I'm just happy to tell my story and reach out to everybody. Here's a blue pin here. This month in February will be my 5-year checkup. So once I
awesome.
get the all clear, I will
Beautiful.
be a 5-year
You got
survivor.
it. You got that. We
So,
will be
Yay.
praying that you get an all clear for February.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes,
yes. Thank you.
absolutely. 5 years strong. I love that. And I think it's so important for you to advocate for something that you've already experienced, because you're a warrior, you're a survivor, so who can speak more on something that they've already survived from. And so
Right,
I
right.
think that's those are like major advocates for things that you're passionate about. So I take my hat off to you and thank you for sharing that story, because a lot of people don't know a lot about it. So, but with you advocating and educating people on that, I think it's important.
Yeah, I want everybody to have hope and know, that it's okay to go ahead and talk about these things and get this up in the open. And a lot of people ask me, and they know I don't gatekeep, and I will tell them anything they want. And so my goal is, before my cancerversary date, is to give away 200 of these pins. And I've been working real hard on it in my local community. So
Awesome. I
remind you
like
to get your
that.
colonoscopy.
Yes, I like
Good for
that.
you.
And that, what a great reminder having that pen as well. So, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So we're gonna have a quick little icebreaker, and we're gonna split it up and have a little light fun. So I'm gonna ask you, give you one word, and you tell me what you prefer: coffee or tea.
Coffee.
I'm
I'm a
tea.
coffee girl.
Okay. So we got two coffees. What are you, Abby?
Tea. I don't do caffeine.
Oh yeah. See, I don't do coffee either. So I'm a Starbucks girl. So I love the medicine ball. I take it for everything. If I feel like I'm sick,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the ultimate healer for me. Um, I've also had it when I had a girls trip and we've had too much spirits. And I felt like it, kind of, made me feel better the next day. And so, so I'm a big advocate for Starbucks medicine ball. I love it. I'll have that every day, all day if I could.
Mm.
So it's just a feel good tea for me. Okay. Heels or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Sneakers.
Depends the occasion.
Okay.
I love looking at them, even if I can't wear them all the time.
I'm like mostly in sneakers for work, but I do love my heels. Like anytime I can put on a pair of heels, I will be in heels. So I'm gonna go heels.
Yeah, I'm a heels because I'm a girly girl and
Yeah.
I wear them every day for work almost. So, but I'm trying to get into the sneaker era because, I'm getting older and I've been in heels for years. And then plus when I become a grandma, I want to be able to like run around and chase the grandkids and all of that. So, but I do have sneakers. I just don't wear sneakers often. And so I got sneakers that I've had since like 2005 and they still look like, still look decent because I don't wear sneakers like that. So I don't have to buy sneakers very often because I'm not a sneaker girl, but I'm trying to get to the sneaker era because they got some really cute sneakers out right now.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so I think Brenda, you probably missed this on one word that describes your reign so far.
Just self-discovery.
I
Trying
like
to I thought I had more confidence than I did, and I'm like, oh. And my girls at work see me doing this interview, they're going to be like, oh, she's got confidence. But
Uh,
yeah, I just feel like I'm now more in tune with, bringing like happiness to everybody. I do it anyway. I always think what's best for somebody else. And that's how I've always been, is how does this benefit me versus this person? And if it's benefiting me more, then I need to look at this and see. And I always want to make sure the other person is benefited more. So like I said, the positivity with the Miss Elite Petite or Miss Petite, I couldn't believe it when I got into the pages and started researching. I was like, this is my jam right here. Positive, happy women that are building each other up. So
right. A sense of belonging. I love it.
yeah.
Yes. So Abby, how about you? One word that describes your reign so far.
I would say community. I've had so many people supporting me, like coming out of the woodworks, like sharing everything, telling me how proud they are of me, wanting to collaborate with me, and like meeting my new sister queens, like globally, and just the support that I've been getting, the community that I have is incredible.
Awesome. You, Lauren?
Brave.
I love it.
This was all brand new to me, and being able to share the stage with some beautiful women and find that sisterhood, and then be able to speak. I've had opportunity to speak to it's been really, really nice. And I've had to be brave to do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think mine would be becoming, because I'm not even the same person I was last year.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on this healing journey. And I don't even know who I will be by July because I'm still evolving, and the transformation is still happening every single day. So, I think becoming will probably be mine, because I'm forever evolving, and things are happening every day where I'm starting to get a more sense of myself being at peace, and having, that confidence of knowing that self-love is highly important, and I've prioritized that. And so, I got new priorities in place. And so with that, I think the becoming will probably be mine.
Love it.
Yeah. So I am pretty excited to hear about these platforms. So we're going to go into those, because I want to have plenty of time for that. So what was your what platform or cause are you most passionate about, and why? So this will be your personal platform.
Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Abigail. You started.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started with the Princess Program Foundation, where I dress up as princesses. I go to Boston Children's Hospital, and I meet with kids who need just like a little bit of magic. Yes, and then from there, with my own chronic illness, I found, well, actually, I got it from COVID. It'll be my 5-year anniversary, February 15th. So the way that I'm celebrating, or kind of taking back my power in that, is I found a lot of therapy through the arts, and I'm creating a nonprofit where I'm going to be doing arts-based programs for kids with illnesses, adversities, and just anyone who needs a little bit of anything, really. So we're creating arts-based programs for that, and I'm already in talks with different like group homes and hospitals where I'm going to be putting these programs into work, and I'm super excited about that.
I love that, because I think about all the children hospitals and the, different places like that, children sometimes feel left out because they're, in a hospital, or they stay in a hospital so long. But bringing that to them in those places and facilities like that is like, that's major.
Seeing their faces, like when we first walk in and they don't know that we're coming, like it really is, it's incredible. And just getting to play with them, like while it's happening, it's like hard not to cry, honestly, because it is so difficult, but you see so much magic and happiness in it that it just like fills your cup for sure.
Awesome. So I know that you're passionate about giving back to children, and you utilize the imagination and all of that with the dressing up. So what made you feel you know, did that have a a big moment for you to say, well, if I dress up with the princess program, I can definitely do a pageant?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually, before all of this, before I was even sick, I did the Disney college program. I worked for
Oh,
Disney. And at first I was like, I'm going to go be a princess there. But then I didn't end up auditioning because I was scared to. And I felt like I missed my moment to like have that impact on kids. So circling back now and being able to do that and then also take that into my pageantry. And like I've brought my crown to like my dance girls and to different events that I've been at, and I let all the kids try it on. And I'm like, this could be you. You know, you
yeah.
have the power, the potential. If you follow this as well, if that's what you're into, then like you can really do anything. So I definitely bring it with me to everything that I do.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so Lauren, I know that, Miss Elite Tennessee, I know that you have a very important one as well. But before you get into your platform, how about, giving the seasoned women an opportunity to showcase themselves at their age of 56? I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. And if I can put any word to it, I'll say I would say it's a badass moment.
I will
It's
be
definitely
57 at pageant time.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
I love that
love
photo.
that.
Thank
Yes.
you. When I had my photos done, when he popped this one up, I stood back and went, holy cow, that's me. And it was a wow moment for me. It really was.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So give us some information on your platform.
So my platform is Beyond the Implants, and it's truly sharing my personal journey with breast implant illness and how I got to that point of needing breast implants removed and that process. So I had in my 20s gotten breast augmentation.
Mm-hmm.
In 2014, I had that set replaced. And within 30 days of having that set replaced, I started getting sick.
Oh
I
wow.
developed a rash, head to toe, brain fog, joint pain,
Oh
you
wow.
name it. And everywhere I went, it was, we don't know what's going on with you. I had every testing known to man done. And for 4 years, I was kind of in this mix of what's going on, not knowing. I will tell you, I remember the morning, it was June 24th of 2018. I call it divine intervention, but
Mm.
something pushed me out of my bed and I sat on my sofa and Googled breast implant allergy. And all of a sudden I saw my face on the story of tens of thousands of women who were experiencing the same kind of myriad of symptoms.
Oh
And
wow.
as a clinician myself, because I'm an former ER trauma nurse and nurse practitioner, it was very enlightening to me because I had not thought about it up until that moment. My doctors had not thought about it. And Beyond the Implants truly shares my journey from that point until I had them removed, because I went to the doctor that put them in and said, I think these need to come out. And it was disheartening to me because a couple of things that he said to me was, you're not going to like how you look. And what will your husband think?
At
Yes.
this point, I want to be well.
And at that point, I will tell you, it was one of those crazy moments. I basically ripped my shirt off and I said, do you think I look good now? Because I'm covered in rashes. Do you think he likes the way I look right now? I went to 10 consults and every single one, except one, said the same things in just different voices.
Oh wow.
And I knew at that point that I needed to start sharing my story so that women going into that can be seen and heard truly with what's going on with them. So I've had the opportunity since that point to speak to, gosh, I don't know how many women weekly. My phone was blowing up after I shared my story on Facebook. I've also had the opportunity to speak to a big regional conference not long ago of clinician peers where I shared my story from a patient's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just dumbfounding that, they thought it was just crazy that someone would ask those questions or make those statements with something so personal, but
Right.
it happens.
Mhm.
It happens. So I hope that sharing my story and providing educational resources to women to basically give them everything they need to make the right decision. I'm also working with a sister queen from Washington State, and we're working on legislation right now
Awesome.
for the state levels to work on. In 2019, the FDA did put a black box warning on breast implants, although many women don't even know that. They also implemented a 30-question checklist that providers are supposed to go through with you. We don't think that's happening. So we're working on legislation to present at the state level to actually improve informed consent, to not only include the risk of death, bleeding, and infection, but also what can an implantable device do to your body.
Mhm.
I love that. Because,
Yeah.
When you see a lot of the plastic surgery stories now where people are losing their lives, you're
Yeah.
like, what happened? You're trying to figure out, well, what could have happened? And some of them might have had some of the same situations, and had they known about your story or those who are like you, it probably would have gave them more insight before they had the surgery, or kind of after the surgery, to kind of enlighten themselves with education.
Yeah,
So
you think it's a happy moment with plastic surgery. You go in and look pretty, and it's supposed to be all the good things.
mhm.
There's never really a big thing never really a discussion about the things that can happen that are bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad you're doing that. Awesome. I love it. So, Miss Brenda, we're going to come to you. Give us your platform, and how passionate you are about it, and what is going on with that.
Yeah, and like I said, yeah, I'm colorectal cancer survivor, so stage 3. So I was diagnosed at 43, which is too young for all tests. I had very, very minimal symptoms, just some bleeding. But with the quick work of my doctors and them taking me serious and me really pushing to make sure I got the test, because it does take, they say, and this is why I'm passionate about it. Now I'm pretty pushy because I'm a businesswoman. I've owned a salon for several years. I'm a realtor. I have everything under the sun going on, banquet hall and all these things. So I know you have to advocate and you have to say what you want to get what you want. So, but they do say that it takes about 11 doctor's visits and
Oh,
2
wow.
doctors before you get a diagnosis.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So true.
So that's crazy, right? So this
Yep.
is why I mean, my personal belief is that's why it's such a deadly disease. And I believe it's the second most common cancer in the United States. So that's why I just locally, and I'm hoping that like with the Petite, this is going to give me just inspiration and hope for other people who've been diagnosed. I was very vocal about my story while I was sick, and I shared a lot of very, very intimate moments with the community and stuff. And just telling people, go get your colonoscopy. I do it all day at the salon. I'm like, oh, you need to get that done, And I've had people thank me that said, I was not going to get one. And because of your story, I went and got one. And had I not, I had 9 cancerous polyps. And my whole goal is, I suffered so severely through all my chemo. I don't want anybody else to ever have to go through that. So if I can just be as loud and annoying and as obnoxious with this, I will, until everybody goes and gets one. And then also what I hope to bring to this, I'm part of colorectal cancer Facebook groups and stuff. I want to do this. I want to walk the stage. I want to meet you women. And I want to be part of this so I can go back to those pages and say, look, there is life after this. There,
Yeah.
do it now. Just go out there. You can live a beautiful life. That cancer's not the end all be all. There is another side to it. And it actually, had it not been for my cancer, I know I would not be on this page with you lovely ladies today, because I would have said, no, I'm not going to try that. No, I'm not going to do that. But I've gotten rid of a lot of my insecurities and fears. And I'm like, you know what? You just got to dive in and go for it. And
Yes. Yes.
hopefully somebody listening today will go and book their appointments and hopefully save some lives or save some grief, you know?
Yes. Yes. I love it. Now, I was reading some of your facts and notes based off of you. So you fly to Las Vegas once a month to do hair. Tell us about that.
Oh, so after my cancer, I decided we never flew anywhere. We didn't go anywhere. And we went to Vegas. Well, we went to Vegas right before my second treatment. And I'd been there before and fell in love with it and the Bellagio fountains and all that. Anyways, so we kept going back and it was like an escape from all this cancer business. It was like you just got away, you know? So then I'm a hairdresser and I was thinking, how can I go there more? Because I got to live here. I love Iowa. It's beautiful. It is what it is, but I love Vegas. So I thought, you know, I can cut hair anywhere. So we were watching Barbie movie. Me and my husband were watching Barbie movie. You know, that's just inspirational. And I was like, I'm going to get a Nevada license and I'm going to do hair in Las Vegas. And my husband, he applauded me and said, you do what you want to do. And now he has to go along for the ride about once a month. I go out there. I've got a few clients. It's fun and get to spend some time relaxing and working.
Amazing.
That's awesome. That's great stuff.
I love that. That's bravery right there. Like, hey, I'm gonna do hair in Las Vegas.
And I don't have to feel guilty, and I don't have to be like, well, I'm going on vacation again.
Right.
No, I have to go. I'm going for work.
Yes. Yes. Might as well get paid for it.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna dive into our last set of questions before we wrap up. But what insecurities did you have to overcome to wear this crown?
I'll go first.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a lot of insecurity. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, this will be great. And now I'm like, well, this is getting real. We're like talking 6-7 months out here, right? Like, yes. I got to learn how to do the catwalk. Like, I don't know how to walk like a queen. I think I'm a queen, but being able to have them, and that's one of the biggest things. I know I can learn anything because I've always done it. So I'm just excited to do this and learn how to walk and learn how to answer interview questions without all these ums, because I have a lot of ums. So there is another insecurity I have. So, but I will learn.
You're going to get there. You're such a warrior already. I think you're prepared and you're ready. So whatever comes your way, I think you're going to tackle it.
Absolutely. I would say sometimes I'm at the mercy of my health. So it's kind of listening to my body. And like some days I'll be like, okay, today's the day that I'm going to make my state costume or something like that, or practice my walk or work out, eat better. And then my body has other plans. So trying to listen to my body and pace myself as we get closer to nationals has been a challenge, and sometimes made me feel a little not worthy. Like I can't do this, but I try to let the anxiety go away and just focus on me.
Absolutely. 'Cause you belong, Abby.
Thank you.
Lauren.
Yeah, I think for me, it was giving myself permission to do something outside of the norm for someone my age. And it was difficult because I'll share a personal story with you. When I started pageants with my daughter and granddaughter, we were having a blast. And something shifted with my daughter. And at that point, it was, Mom, this is kind of ridiculous. You're a grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Mom, this is a little embarrassing. You're a grandmother. And it hit me in a really odd way that I had to step back and say, you know what? I don't need their permission. I just have to give myself permission.
Mm-hmm.
And I have given myself permission to step into this light. And it's been one of the best things ever.
And I'm glad you're embracing that too.
Yeah.
And not letting nobody else speak for you for that. You're walking into it, embracing it. And I mean, I think that picture speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah, that picture speaks for itself. So anytime that you have any doubts or insecurities, you pop that up.
It's on my wall in I call it my get ready room, but it's on my wall in there.
As it should be.
Big giant one. Yes.
Yeah, I love it. So how do you silence the self-doubt on hard days? Since you just talked about that, Lauren, how do you silence the self-doubt on hard days?
There are days I have to just remind myself of what I have done and what I can do
Mm-hmm.
and what I've been able to accomplish. And sometimes it's just walking down that list of da 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 and going, you know what? I've done all of these things. I can't remember the exact, Legally Blonde. I've done all of these things. Step onto a pageant stage like it's hard.
I love that.
Yep.
How about you?
That's kind of how I have to do things.
Well, sorry.
How about you, Brenda, Abby? How do you silence the self-doubt on hard days?
I just say, you know what? I'm going to do it. And like her, I kind of got a little backlash when I joined this. I've been really quiet and not wanting to say too much to anybody. I've been kind of secretive about it. And I'm like, oh, I got to get out there on social media. But some of the response I got maybe wasn't so positive. And I was like,
Really?
but I'm going to keep moving forward. It makes me feel good. And if I feel good and I can make other people feel good, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
I think you just got to do, what makes you feel great. I can't wait to see what evolves from this. It's just like jumping into that cancer surgery, like Abigail with her sickness or Lauren's sickness. You don't know like those bad things happen to you, but like beautiful things come from that. But anything that makes you nervous or fearful, I think jump into, because on the other side, you just become so strong. And I'm excited to see what happens and who I become out of this and who I can help other people become.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think, Brenda, the backlash that you felt, I think especially for women of our age.
That's what I was going to ask, if you think it's because of that.
There's
I think
so.
Yeah.
The perception of the pageant queen is this young, beautiful, thin, tall, statuesque woman walking on a stage. And I think the perception of that is out there, and they don't realize that there's so much more to it. I had that perception walking onto the pageant stage the first time myself. And when I realized it was more than just a crown, that's when it was like, wow, this is so much more. But I think it's a lot of it is the age where, there's definite discrimination, I think, a little bit. And then of you're how old and you're doing what? Yeah.
I feel very inspired by all of you ladies, like the Elite Ms category, like with New England Petite, and getting to work with them and then talking to you ladies. Like, I am like, this is my goal. This is my future. Like, you are who I want to be. So I hope you know that there are people like me that are like looking at you like, oh, you're my role models,
Right. Look, I have to pump myself up. I have to tell my daughter, because she's 25. I always say, well, this is what you got to look forward to when you're 50, because everybody, you and your mom look just alike. Y'all could be sisters. And she always be like, oh, that means y'all saying I'm looking old. And I was like, girl, don't nothing look old about your mom. And like, this is what you got to look forward to at 50. So,
exactly.
I have to remind her. But I definitely think that some of the self-doubt do not need to deter any of you guys. I think you guys carry such a big stick, in your own way with your own purpose. So don't let the haters and the doubters and everybody else who's not on board, let them stay on the side and spectate. That's what I had to tell myself, because, I had the same thing. I'm like, if I don't serve my country, I don't give the United States Air Force my time, why can't I go and give the Petite USA organization some time in like volunteering and giving myself to a platform that's gonna like educate and empower other women and motivate and unite women? I was like, yeah, if I don't do all the other stuff, why can't I do something like this and then enjoy it? So, so those are my self-doubters. I'll be like, yeah, if I don't serve my country, I figure by this time I can do whatever I want to do. And this is what I want to do. So, but what advice would you give to petite girls who feel overlooked or underestimated? What advice?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Abby. You was going to speak.
Oh, I would say the same, small but mighty. Like, you are small, you're petite, but that doesn't mean you can't do anything you put your mind to, except for like maybe grab things from the top shelf. But really, like, anything that you want to do in life, you can make it happen if you work hard, you're dedicated, and you put the time in. Because we're not just born with talent. We're not just born like these incredible people. I know everyone here right now had to work very, very hard to get where they are today. And if you put in that time, that energy, that effort, you're going to get there.
Absolutely. I like that. Okay. So what do you want people to remember about your reign as your title holder? What do you want people to remember about you holding that title?
That a simple yes can lead you somewhere very unexpected and amazing.
I like it. Anybody else?
I'm with Lauren. It's like, just say yes. Just say yes. Don't turn down opportunities. You never know who you're going to get to meet who's so amazing. So you just got to go with life's flow and go where you're meant to be. And those doors open when you say yes.
Yes. I'm a bloom where you're planted kind of person. So once you get there, bloom where you're planted, learn everything you need to learn, even if it's new. Learn everything you need to learn and just bloom and blossom. Always take on opportunities that present itself to you, because you never know where it's going to lead you or whatever. And then you get to network and connect with some amazing people doing some amazing things. Yeah. So I think that's one of the greatest things about this organization and being connected to it. So what's one goal that you're determined to accomplish this year?
Mine, start my nonprofit. And also, this is what I told the judges in my interview for New England Petite, but I really want to go to a hospital in another country and meet with the kids there. That's my goal, because I'm traveling all over the place all the time. So that's one of my big goals for the year.
Awesome. So your next place of travel, you need to look up like a children's hospital or something.
Yes, I already have my travel plan for the year because I'm insane.
No, I get you. I do the same thing. Yeah, you have to plan travel out.
Yes.
I love it.
For
Brenda
me,
or Lauren?
Yeah, for me, I actually hit my big goal last year. I got my doctorate. And so that was a huge thing for me to do. So this year, my goal is I'm going to call it getting back to my fighting weight and get back in shape the way I used to love to run, and I've started running again. So I'm very excited about that journey.
Awesome. I love it. Miss Brenda?
I just want to inspire other women. I just want other women to feel like queens, and I want to inspire them, and I want to inspire everybody to say yes and to take care of their health.
Yeah.
Obviously, but yeah. And I'm hoping, I've always wanted, ever since I got diagnosed, a big thing for me was like to know how to, I was like, someday I'm going to start a foundation. And it's exhausting after having an illness. I mean, you two both will know how exhausting it is. And I haven't had a lot of direction on how to maybe start some sort of fundraiser somewhere women can get a wig or something. And I'm hoping that the Petite will help me organize myself so I know where to go and kind of create a better path on this journey I've been with the colorectal cancer, and trying to get more, people to recognize how quickly and dangerous this disease is and how important it is to get screened. So
Awesome, awesome. And you might want to start with those companies that do the cranioprosthesis, and they might can kind of give you direction on that, so that way, because they get a lot of the patients in who are either cancer patients or alopecia patients or whatever, and
Oh,
that that might be a starting ground, and then you can probably start from there to see how you can kind of network and begin that journey of starting a foundation or fundraiser or whatever.
yes, yes.
If
Yes.
you go the nonprofit route, I got you. I've been
Oh,
doing so much research.
yeah. So see, that's what I need, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
This is the path. This is why I said yes
reach
to
out. We'll
network with,
collaborate.
get
Awesome.
these resources.
Awesome. All right. So last question before we wrap up. Life after the crown. What's next for you?
Oh, wow. Speaking to the state legislature here and hopefully changing the way we manage informed consent, especially around the world of cosmetic surgery.
I like that.
That's great.
I'll be retired, so I probably won't get to see you when you come to like the Capitol, the Congress, or whatever. But
That's okay. I'll
yeah,
wave.
yeah.
And yeah,
I think for me, I'll speak real quick. For me, retirement is right around the corner. So I'm less than 60 days away from retirement. And my son graduates. He's the youngest. So he's graduating in May. So once I think I get over those two big humps, the excitement of, oh, I'm about to retire. I'm about to, give up, my career and, but I'm not just like giving it up to, do nothing. But I'm going full time into my podcasting.
Yay.
So yes, going full time into my podcasting, and then I'm also looking to do nonprofit for Chit Chat Pod for women and children for shelters and domestic violence, because I was a domestic violence person who dealt with domestic violence. So I want to advocate for that. Women and children in shelters, and so provide resources for that. But I'm also I'm a baker. So I like to I'm a Southern girl, so I like to cook anyways, but I like to bake. Me doing baking and doing flowers always kind of like takes me in a space that frees me. And so I'm starting my baking business full time, and I do it now, but I'm gonna do it full time in retirement, and it's called Country Confessions. And so any pound cake, red velvet cake, all the country foods and bakery treats or whatever, those will be on the menu or whatever. And I'm excited about that because
put me down for a red velvet cake
yes,
after the pageant.
red velvet, all that good stuff. That's all that southern treats.
Yep.
So that is what my plan is. So anybody else?
Mine's my nonprofit. Like I said, it's being released February 15th, but I'll give you a little preview right now. It's called Superhero Studios Foundation. So
Cute.
yeah, because I'm also a nerd. I love Marvel. I love all things superheroes. And I love the Princess program, but it's not super inclusive to all kids. So having superheroes as our fighters, I'm very excited about. So continuing to just impact as many kids as possible has always been my goal, literally since 8th grade when I started teaching kids. So yeah, that's mine.
Look, if you're ever looking for whoever Halle Berry played in her Marvel movie, was she Storm or something?
Storm. Oh, I love.
I would be
Storm,
Storm.
yes.
I would want to be
love Storm. Yes, we're doing
the
it.
platinum blonde hair.
Yes. Please,
If
that would be
ever
incredible.
Storm, let me know.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
I would definitely love to do that. I'm like, yeah, put me on that body cat suit and give me that platinum blonde hair like Halle Berry.
Yes. Oh, I love her.
So, ladies, we're going to wrap up, but I want to, before we wrap up, I want to kind of make sure we give you guys an opportunity to say some remarks and give your social media platform so that our listeners can actually follow you guys and follow your journey all the way to nationals. We are preparing for nationals. Our national stage is in July 8th through 11th in Chicago. And so all of us will be there together, practicing and preparing for the pageant night and competing for the national title. I'm so excited about meeting all of you guys in person. I love this opportunity that we're getting now so we can kind of meet each other off the group time and kind of get to know each other on a more personal level. And so, that's how we connect. And I connected with some ladies first off in a group, and we bonded, and we stay communicating on social media, and I love it. I love what this organization is doing. I've always been an advocate for women being together, being a force to be reckoned with. That's why this platform, Chic Chat Pod, was started. My platform is Chic, creating her inner courage, because I like to motivate and encourage women to do what they feel like they can do to be the best version of themselves. And by doing that, we serve the purpose of helping the everyday woman becoming the best that she can be. And so we chat all things women. That's our motto. We chat all things women, and we provide the opportunity to have a safe space for us to do that with Chit Chat Podcast. And so I'm excited. I'm totally, not even focused on July yet, because I got all the other stuff, major stuff going on. But I think by the time April, May gets here and my son graduates, I'll be like, okay, I'm full pageant mode now, kind of thing. But I want to personally thank you, ladies, for joining us today and giving us the opportunity to get to know you on a more personal level. I'm going to give you an opportunity to give us your social media platforms and where you can be reached and followed at, and then we'll wrap up after that. So I'll start with you, Miss Brenda.
I am at Elite Miss Iowa Petite on Instagram. I'm going to work better on getting a TikTok going for this. So I'm going to have to use that kid of mine again to get to this techie stuff. But and then I do have a hair page where I do post some of my colorectal stuff on TikTok. It's a couture girl. So that one's fun. And I talk about this. So I'm going to start integrating the TikTok with this, because that's the fun stuff. So
awesome. Miss Abby, and I see your hand, Sean has put your handle
My
on.
boyfriend's in the comments, being my biggest supporter, as
I
always.
love that. And you want that.
Yes, we love him. So my personal Instagram is at Abby Soars. That's where I post like all of my travel pics, things like that. And then my Ms. Massachusetts Petite account is where I post a lot of my platform and other things. And you can connect with me on both of those.
Awesome. Thank you. Miss Lauren.
Yes, so my Instagram is the Hills and Crown Chronicles. And then I can also be found on Facebook at Lauren Ansley Clement. And every Thursday evening, I actually started a Facebook Live a couple of weeks ago, and it's called Accidentally Crowned. And it's really sharing my real unfiltered side, life of stepping into pageantry at 56. So join me on a Thursday evening Facebook Live, 6:30 Central Time.
I'm definitely going to join. I love that. I love it, love it, love it. So I'll make sure I get on there.
Please do.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, again, thank you for your presence, your stories, and your purpose. You remind us that greatness is not measured in inches, it's measured in impact. To our listeners, we want to take the time and thank you guys for checking in with us on today's episode. We hope it inspired you. Be sure to like, share, and support these phenomenal women of the Petite USA Organization as we channel our preparation to the journey for nationals. So ladies, without further ado, if there's nothing else that anybody have, that concludes our today's episode. I want to thank you guys again. Please don't let this be the last time that you guys visit Chit Chat Podcast. We're live every Sunday at 5 o'clock Eastern time. And we, we tend to do that every Sunday unless it falls on a holiday. So if Sunday's on a holiday, then we're closed for that holiday on that Sunday. But we try to give the opportunity when men are watching football, we're having our chat time.
Love it.
So that's our time. So we kind of pull away from the guys, let them do their thing and we're doing our thing. So, and that's what it was meant for. So the women can have their time. And I know that a lot of women wear so many hats and so many roles, but there's no hood like the womanhood.
Mm-hmm.
We're such a force to be reckoned with. And when we get together and united and come up with ideas and motivate and inspire each other, I mean, forget the ceiling. We're like in the universe, at this point, because we're beyond the stars. And so thank you guys again. I hope that more ladies out of our group will get a chance to come on and share their stories and their platforms and, give you guys an opportunity to kind of warm up to the pageantry interviews as well. So that way you guys will be somewhat prepared headed there. So thank you guys again. And please don't let this be the last time you visit Chit Chat Podcast.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
See you at Nationals.
Bye. You guys have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.